Okay, we're now on Dcad Lesson 8A. I've decided to break the section drawing lessons into several because there's just a lot involved. So this is Dcad Lesson 8A, dealing with section drawing walls. I'm going to start by establishing where I'm going to place my section cut through the plan view drawing. Typically, I like to place a section cut on an odd foot location because our trusses are on 2-foot centers. So in this case, I want to cut through the garage door opening so that we can see the garage door header, and I'm going to place the section cut at 7 feet from the right end. The first thing I'm going to do is call up the layers command by hitting L. And I want the current active layer to be layer 75, which is section A. So I'm activating that layer and making it the current active layer. I'm now clicking OK. I'm going to place a line 7 feet from the right end. I've made the color an orange kind of a color because it's somewhat unusual and it will stand out against the other lines. I'm hitting V for vector, and I'm going to gravity move by hitting the comma key. That'll take me to the lower right hand corner. My cursor is already fairly close to that location. Now I'm going to use the point relative command and enter -7 in the distance X box, and I'm hitting tab, and I'm going to enter -4 in the Y dimension box, and then I'm going to hit enter. And you can see that it has placed my first point down here below the drawing. I'm going to hit H to go to orthogonal mode and bring my line up above the top a little bit, and left click. And now I have 2 points set as indicated down here, and I'm going to hit the scroll button to activate the line. Next, I want to place a couple of arrows so I know which direction the section is looking in. So to do that, I'm going to hit the greater than key, and that's essentially the arrow command. I'm going to snap by right-clicking to the upper portion of the line I just drew. I'm still in orthogonal mode, so I'm going to come out a little ways and left-click to set a point and hit enter to draw the arrow. I'm going to zoom up on that area by hitting Z for zoom. And you can see the arrow there. I'm going to make that arrow a little bit bigger and change the type so that it's more easily recognizable when I'm zoomed out substantially. To do that, I'm going to select the arrow, and I'm going to call up the info box, and I'm going to go down to arrow type and go to the next arrow down. I like that fatter arrow. It'll just show up a little better. And the arrow size I'm going to make 1.5. And then I'm going to hit enter, and that executes the changes. Now I want to duplicate this arrow on the lower portion of the section line. So first I'm going to move the info box out of the way. I'm going to right click near the rear portion of the arrow where it joins the line, and first I'm going to unselect it by just clicking somewhere on the screen. Then I'm going to right click, snap to it, and it selected the line. So I'm going to hit enter, and it'll select the next item. I'm going to hold control down and use my scroll button to roll it to scroll out a little bit, and I'm going to slide down, and I'm going to hit in and right click and place an additional arrow there. I'm going to hit escape to unselect, and I'm going to hit Control R to regenerate the drawing. You can see both arrows here that they're pointing toward the left. That will show us where the direction we're looking in for our section drawing. Next, I want to get rid of the roof plan text. I just want to hide it. So I'm going to Layers, and I'm scrolling up to layer 31, and I'm going to hit the light bulb to hide those. And I'm also going to hide the support layer for the roof plan, because I want to call up the actual floor plan, because the floor plan will show us any door or window locations. So I'm going up and I'm hitting the light bulb, or hitting the unlock for the floor plan in layer 1 and clicking OK. Now I'm going to zoom out by hitting Control W, and that'll take us out to the furthest extent of our drawing. And I'm going to be drawing the section that'll align with the floor plan and roof plan over here to the right on our right elevation lines. And so what that'll do, what it wants to do, is put the section drawing on its side, and I don't want that. So I'm going to go over to the Working Planes Property box and click that. Just left click, and I want the right side. So I'm clicking the right side, and I'm going to hit the box that says Set as Active Working Plane, which it has done. Now that the Working Planes Property command has rotated the view of the entire drawing, I'm going to hit Control W, and what that does is, again, centers the entire drawing on my screen. And you can see that the floor plan and roof plan have been, and the section line have been rotated clockwise 90 degrees. Now let's draw some wall lines. We're in layer 75, as you can see up here, and I still am in orthogonal mode, which means that we'll be drawing straight lines. And I want these section lines, wall lines, to be black. So I'm going to left click on the black color up here in the upper right hand portion. I'm going to hit V for vector, and I'm going to right click to the outside wall line here. You see where my cursor is located. And I'm right click, and I'm just going to bring this line on down so it's close to the floor line here, and I'm going to hit K, and that'll snap to the line. And then I'm going to hit enter, and that creates the line. Now, this is a pretty long line, so I need to shorten this line. So I'm going to use the extend command, which actually is sort of a misnomer. It extends it or reduces the extension of a line. So I'm going to select the line just by left clicking near it, and I'm going to use the extend command, which is shift underline. It's also over here in the line tool, and I'm going to just left click near it and bring it on down. You can see that the line is wanting to move. I can actually extend it further or bring it back down. I want to get it down to the ceiling line, which is the other upper red line here. And I'm going to get close to that ceiling line. Then I'm going to hit K. And you can see that the outside wall line now goes from the ceiling to the floor at this point. So, and it's still selected. Now what I want to do is I want to create additional lines. I want to just create an inside wall line. I have the outside one established already, and then I want to deal with the wall lines for the rear wall, which is on the right hand side at this point. So I'm going to select this outside wall line, and I'm going to use the parallel command, which is the equals key. So you just hit it. And you can see here that by default it's going to work on selected entities only, and my line is selected. So I'm just going to click near that selected line, and you can see that as I move my cursor back and forth, left and right, along the x-axis now, it wants to draw a parallel line. So in order to and because I'm still in that orthogonal mode, it kind of wants to mess itself up here a little bit when I go vertically. So I'm going to click out of orthogonal mode, and it still wants to draw the line parallel. So I'm going to go up here to the inside corner and just right click. And I'm going to hit Z for zoom, and just zoom up to that so you can see the two parallel lines. This is the outside wall line, and this is the inside wall line. I'm going to hit Control W again and go down to the entire drawing, and I'm going to hit the parallel command, which is the equals key again, and click near the selected line, and I'm going to move to the inside wall line and right click to that corner. which gravity snaps at that corner and sets a point. So here's my inside wall line, and I want to do the outside wall line now. So I'm going to hit the equal sign again, which is a parallel command, and I'm going to click near the selected line, and again I'm moving my cursor back and forth, and again it wants to put a parallel line in there somewhere. So I'm going to establish that location by right-clicking on the outside corner here, and there you see it. I'm going to zoom up on these wall lines so you can see them more clearly. Zoom, hit Z for zoom, and here you can, and I'm going to hit escape so that none of the lines are selected. This is my outside wall line for the front of the garage, my inside wall line for the front of the garage, my inside wall line for the rear of the garage, and my outside wall line for the rear of the garage. I'm going to hit Control W to center the entire drawing on my screen, and that concludes the drawing walls in section, and this is Dcad Lesson 8A.